What is up, you guys? So, I'm on my way to school, but, let me tell you about my camera's really shaky, y'all. Hang on. This is better. Kind of, not really, but, okay. So, let me tell you about my very eventful, see my back seat's dirty, my very eventful day, excuse me, yesterday. So, and I'm not going to edit this video either. I don't think I'm going to edit any of my videos because I want to show you that, like, I'm real and, like, I'm just like you. Kind of makes sense. Whatever. So, I missed school yesterday. I had to go to Albany. I live in a little town called Waycross, Georgia, and I had to go to Albany, Georgia. Before I get into the actual day and why I had to go to Albany, y'all, the destruction there from those tornadoes is horrible. Like, I was looking and there was, but the crazy thing is there are houses that weren't touched. It was crazy. It honestly was crazy, and I still can't wrap my head around it. But off of that subject, since this is my vlog and not my, I don't want to get too I don't want to get too deep in that because I have a lot I could say about that. Hey, that guy was really just yelling at somebody on the phone, but I have a lot that I could say about that whole situation. So I'm gonna do that for a longer video because I just don't want to put so much time into that on this video. But anyway, so my day yesterday, I got up at like 7. Oh, like, I definitely just dropped my phone. That was almost bad. So I got up at like 7 and drove to Albany, which is like 2.5 hours. I started off the morning with, like, I had to go out to eat with these business people because they were wanting to market my new music. And I told them no because they wanted to have control over my music, and my thing is I want to have complete control over my music. So I told them no. And then I had to go to this, I'm ADHD, and I don't know if you can tell from this video, but I'm ADHD. And my psychiatrist that I have from when I had to go to the mental hospital in Savannah, wanted me to get have a psych evaluation. Yeah, no big deal, but I was expecting it to be like a one-time thing. Well, I already had to go to this psych evaluation like one time for like intake, I think is what they call it. I had to go there like 2 months ago, and then I had to drive all the way back yesterday for it, and then I have to go back for my results. Like, they can't call me and tell me that. I have to go all the way back. But so the psych testing was really weird, and if anybody else is on this video has ever had psych testing, you understand what I'm talking about. My blinker's going out. You understand what I'm talking about, because it was like, okay, so I got in there and the lady starts talking about her life, and that's great. Like, I was glad that she was connecting with me, because a lot of doctors, they just kind of brush you off. They don't one-on-one connect. So I was glad she was connecting with me and everything. But I was like, dang, is she gonna talk forever? And like 20 minutes later, we get into the actual testing part. My mom had to go because I'm a minor. She ended up leaving, walking out, and when she left, the lady gave me a whole bunch of pictures to draw. I had to draw a whole bunch of pictures, a whole bunch of shapes, which was easy. And I was like, okay. So I drew it, and then like 20 minutes later, after we'd already had another conversation and everything, she made me redraw the shapes without looking at them. So I had to like remember all these shapes, and I did pretty decent. But where I messed up is the next thing was a freaking math sheet. I had to do a math sheet. I suck at math, and my calculator saves my life. Like, if it wasn't for my calculator, there's no possible way I would still be in high school. And what is this lady? You look at this. Look at this. Go. I can't stand to people sometimes when they're driving, but they probably had a good reason for stopping, so I'm not gonna even mad. But I suck at math, so I had to do this math sheet, and like there was 2 sides, the whole back page, I done told this lady, I said, I don't know how to do none of this. And she took it. I made like a 9 on it, but it wasn't graded out of 100 scale. It's like it was 40 questions, and I got 9 of them right. Let's just put it like that. So that wasn't easy. That was another thing that was really weird. She said numbers, and then I had to repeat them back to her. Like, I had to memorize them and stuff. And they started off easy, then they got hard. Spelling words, I did pretty good on that. Like, I had so much, like, it's weird. I felt like I was honestly felt like I was in kindergarten. Spelling words, vocabulary words, I had to tell, like, it was like information stuff, like, who is Martin Luther King Jr., how many seconds are in a minute, who was president during the Civil War, just weird stuff like that. And then there was something else that really stood out to me that was really weird. I'm trying to think what that was. Oh, she showed me these pictures in a book, right? And then I had these little blocks, like these little square blocks, like super, and they had red and white on them, and I had to make the pictures in the book with the blocks. That was the most annoying thing I had to do yesterday. It was mentally exhausting. It lasted like freaking 3-4 hours, and I felt like I just wasted my day away. I didn't have internet, and I'm like at 50% data on my phone, and on top of that, since the phone towers are down in Albany from the tornadoes and stuff, I didn't have hardly any service. I couldn't turn on my Wi-Fi to get on my computer. Like, I couldn't make any videos because I should have videoed inside the psych testing, but I don't think she would have allowed that. And then the lady goes on to tell me, we're sitting there, like, okay, keep in mind, this lady's got super long hair. She's older. She has a dress down to her ankles, so I'm expecting, oh God, this lady's gonna be like super boring, and I'm gonna hate this. And then the lady decides she has like 4,800 followers on Twitter, and I'm like, 4,800 followers on Twitter? I mean, I had like 1,000 at one time, but I haven't made my way up to 4,800. And she started talking about Donald Trump and all this, and I was like, okay, look, like, I'm not into politics, so can we just shut this whole conversation down? So we did. She started telling me about her husband, her dating life, and then, so I wasn't thinking nothing of it. I figured out at the end, it was part of the freaking testing. Like, she was seeing if she could get me off topic. She was seeing if she could get me off task. She sure enough did, because if you start talking to me, like, I'm gonna talk back, and I'm probably gonna talk a lot more than you wanted me to. So then she finally was like, okay, we gotta get back on task, And I was like, seriously, you're the one that started talking to me. It was really irritating, but was that, and then the worst part of it, there was this machine, they called it the Gordon, and it had a big blue button. So if anybody knows me, you know, if there's a big blue button on a machine, I'm gonna wanna push it. Like, I just wanna push it. Well, I had to push it like it had a screen and numbers flashed up on it, like it was like giving me points, and every time I pressed the button it would give me a point. But here's the trick, you had to wait so many seconds in between the times you press the button to get a point. So I had to sit there and wait. I think I counted 7 seconds, and it was the longest 7 seconds ever. I finally got tired, and I was just sitting there like reading my book and doing this crap because it was getting old. Like, I was tired of doing it. And there was another one that I could only press the button if the number was 1, and if the number directly after it was a 9. So if it was 19, I pressed the button, but if it was like 179, I didn't press the button. So it was really irritating. And then there was another one just like that, except you only had to focus on the middle column, but there were other numbers like flashing around you. So it was, I'm sorry, I'm really hyper and everywhere this morning. My medicine hasn't kicked in yet, but so it was like crazy confusing. I did set a record though. There was this thing called Symbol Match or something, and she said that most people don't even get past the first page or whatever. Man, she didn't even have a scorecard for as far as I got, but after this whole entire ordeal, the test is over and everything, my IQ's still not even like average. I'm like 3 points away from being average. This is not okay. So I'm gonna do some studying, and I'm gonna go back and take that dang IQ test again, because I'm way above average. Like, this is not okay. But anyway, yeah, so that gives a big recap of my day yesterday. I wanted to go to Pizza Hut and eat, but Pizza Hut didn't have any places where you could sit in, and obviously I couldn't eat pizza and drive, so that made me upset. Then I went to Burger King because they have the meal deal going on right now. You can get like chicken nuggets, drink, fries, and a Whopper Jr. and a drink. I think I already said that. You can get it for like $4. So I was like, heck yeah, I'm going to Burger King. Get to Burger King. The card machine's down, so I was like, okay, well, I can't go to Burger King. And then I think I finally ended up going to Zaxby's, and I think I put that in the vlog or whatever. But yeah, so that was a recap of my day yesterday. That's why you didn't see a lot of activity. You didn't see a lot of activity of me on any social media or that, because I was out doing all of this, and it was really irritating, honestly. But it was what it was, and today is payday. Today is Friday. It's payday. I'm wanting to say I got like a $1,500 check. So, speaking of $1,500 checks, I'm just going to throw MCA in there. If you want checks like that, go ahead and hop on MCA. But it's up to you, your life, you do you, kind of thing. But yeah, I'm pulling in the school parking lot, and this is actually the first time I've been on time for school in a couple of days, so this is great. Super proud of myself. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to call this a quits, and I will probably talk to you guys later on today, because I have nothing better to do with my life, and I love you guys. So, I'm out. I didn't get on a tangent today. I'm in a really good mood. Sorry, I'm backing into my parking space because these people really don't know how to drive when you're pulling out this parking lot. But yeah, so that's it for now. I will talk to you guys later. Have a good day. Inspire, motivate, encourage, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Later, y'all.